it was a nightmare to build this Dark Magician deck. So I know this Dark Magician is a fan favorite. It's pretty, I mean, it's a good, fun, casual deck to play. Not really competitive as it could be with Blue Eyes, because that's always what it's going to be compared to. But you know, there's those times where you have a good hand. Dark Magician can be fun, control the board. I added some cards in there to help with those turn one plays that you've seen everywhere. I combined Dark Magician and Orcusts together since it's a dark attribute type deck. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So obviously with this deck, Dark Magician, you want to see Dark Magician as fast as possible. So we're gonna run 3 Dark Magician. You need this to have your Eternal Soul live, your Magician's Navigation live, and there's a lot of ways to get to it, like Illusion Magic, the Dark Magical Circle, the Prince's Illusion Magician is really good to get it. Prince's Illusion Magician is really good to get Orcusts combo started because you have to discard a card, so you know, why not? And then for the next key piece of the deck, we're going to run 3 Magician's Rod. This card adds any of your spells and traps, your Dark Magician spells and traps that you need from your deck to your hand. So sometimes if you're missing that one, like Dark Magical Circle or like the Navigation, you can use this to search off. So he's really important to use, or to have to use to get your combo pieces. For Prince's Illusion Magician, I'm only running 2. 3 can be a little cloggy. They say you do want to see it to start Orcust play sometimes, but other than that, if you just have the Magician's Rod and like a bunch of, you know, the Dark Magician spell and traps, pretty good. So with this card, I cut it down to 2 because you want to see it, but not as often. But she has a good honest effect, so you know, why not use it? And also for and she's also used for a Magician Navigation target, as well as this card, the Mythical Beast Jackal King. If you're not going to be playing a lot of spells afterwards, after you summon off the Navigation, it can be really good to, you know, stop monster negates, or monster effects I should get, to negate monster effects. So he's just a target for that Navigation. Okay, now into the Orcust. So with the Orcust cards, not running everything at max, only the 3 Harp Horrors. That's a mouthful to say. Harp Horrors. That's the one you want to get in the grave as fast as possible because I want to special summon some Orcust monsters straight from the deck. And then we're going to run 2 Nightmares and 1 Symbol Skeleton. So, like I said, with the Harp Harpers, you want to get in the grave as fast as possible because it gets you a free Orcust monster from the deck. The Orcust Nightmare is there to start off the Mermaid plays. And then the Symbol Skeleton is just for the extra extender because you can banish it to summon back an Orcust monster from the grave. So you don't want to see this one in your hand, you just want to see mostly these, or the Harp Horrors in your hand to discard if you can. Alright, and then now for some other monsters we run the deck. I put in 1 Nightmare Corruptibly. So this is just more to start the Nightmare play. So like, you know, we run the Mermaid obviously. So if you just have this in your hand, if you're not able to get to your Magician's Rod or anything, you can just summon this, and then from there you could go on to the full. You can go into a full Orcust combo. So that's why it's in there, you know, just to see that play more often. But you could always cut her out for like other power spells or anything like that you could run in the deck, or another like Dark Magician, you know, support card. But it's just there just to help the Orcust combo a little bit. And then 1 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. I don't run the Pot of Extravagance in this deck. This is a more budget-friendly version. So I run the Spellbook engine in here. Kind of sucks sometimes because sometimes you'll have the Rod in your hand and the Magician of Prophecy, or maybe one of the Spellbook, or like Spellbook secrets in your hand. And sometimes you kind of think about, ooh, which way should I go first? So, but it's just there, just as an option. And then once you use the effect once, you're kind of good to go. Alright, now on to the spells. So for the spells, there's actually not too many spells in this deck. The one you run 3 of though is the Dark Magical Circle. You want to see this in your starting hand, you want to get a Dark Magician to your hand, or you want to get one of its, or one of the other Dark Magician spells and traps. So you gotta get this to your hand as soon as possible. Really essential. And then, you know, if you have the Eternal Soul and you have a Dark Magician in your hand or grave, and you start just kind of looping it each turn, you start banishing cards from your opponent's field, and, you know, pretty good. Alright, now for the spellbook card, we just run 2 Secrets and 2 Knowledge. So, you know, usually if you get the Spellbook, Magician, and Prophecy, summon that, you get the secrets, add knowledge, and you still have 2 searchers. Ideally, you'd want to add the or get the secrets, or draw secrets, and then add the knowledge, you know, to deck then as much as possible. But yeah, like I said, this is a more budget-friendly option. Obviously, if you have the Pot of Extravagance, you might want to add that. Especially because Pure Dark Magician doesn't rely on the extra deck, but in this version, obviously with the Orcusts, you do need the extra deck, so you don't want to banish your extra deck monsters. So it just depends how you want to tailor it to. And for more draw cards, to Allure Darkness, the monster count is a little higher, especially adding the Orcust monsters. But just to Allure Darkness is good because sometimes if you have that one dark monster in your hand, you don't want to like banish it. So you just want to use this depending. But everything in the deck is dark except the Spellbook, Magician, Prophecy, I believe. So, you know, everything else is a target, so sometimes you just don't need it, and it's fine to banish it to draw. Alright, so I only put in 1 Illusion Magic. So, because I ran the Orcust cards in here, that's probably why I don't have multiples of this, but if in a pure Dark Magician deck, you would want to run this at 3, 2 at least, or 3 max, because this card is really good because you contribute the dark, your Magician's Rod, and at least get a Dark Magician to your hand, especially if you're able to get like an Eternal Soul or something to your hand, or Navigation. So in a pure Dark Magician deck, you should definitely run this at 2, or if you want at 3. But in this deck, since we're running the Orcust cards, I only put in 1 Illusion Magic. Because once you resolve it once, it's kind of all you need it for. But like I said, in a pure Dark Magician deck, you want to run multiples. Alright, and then 1 Dark Magic Inheritance. So this is good, especially if you like do the Spellbook. If you use the Spellbook cards, you can banish them and then add a spell and trap. So, you know, why not? And then 1 Monster Reborn just for combo extenders. Alright, and now onto the traps. So with the traps, you gotta run 3 Magician's Navigation. Let's say you want to search it to your hand if you already have any other pieces. Ideally, you want to search it if you have a Dark Magician hand, because then you kind of resolve it. But it's still a really good card, especially once you do resolve it that once. You get the Dark Magician on the field, and once you get on the field, after that, it's gonna keep coming back, especially once you get the Eternal Soul. So it's a really key card. Like I said, you want to get Dark Magician in your hand as fast as possible, and one of these cards as well. And for the other 3 ofs, we run 3 Eternal Soul. So this card, honestly, like I said, it's kind of the same thing with Navigation. You only want to, you know, put it on your fields once you get Dark Magician in your hand. That way, it's live. Because then, you know, if you have other monsters and have this face up, if they like, you know, destroy this or something, your opponent, all your monsters die. So kind of don't want that. So kind of want to have it out there once you get the Dark Magician. That way you can at least resolve its effect to summon, and you don't want to get hurt by its effect to destroy all your monsters. So it's just one of those cards. And for a 2-of, we play 2 Crackdown. Honestly, I might bump this card up to 3. It's really good. It just stops combo decks, stops them in the tracks. Like let's say they're about to, you know, they're playing Crusadia, take their first Crusadia, they normal summon, and you can't really do much after that. But yeah, Crackdown's a really good card, especially in this kind of control-y, you know, Dark Magician deck. This is a good card to play. And you can always link it away for other stuff, you know. And for the 1-up, so since we are playing Dark Magician, we do have the 1 Skill Drain. Ideally, you want to have this if you're just seeing all your Dark Magician cards, like, you know, to, you know, flip it at the right time. Because, you know, if you have your Orcust stuff, you know, it's kind of like, ugh. But other than that, Skill Drain is still a really good card in this deck. Like I said, because Dark Magician is a non-effect monster. But ideally, you know, a lot of your stuff happens because of your spells and traps. So it doesn't really hurt you as bad in this deck. So that's why Skill Drain is really good. And for the last card, we play the 1 Crescendo. Use this for the Galatea target. That way you could put back in our Orcust and set this from your deck, and, you know, it's a free negate. So why not? Alright, now on to the extra deck. Alright, so we run 1 Ebon Illusion Magician and 1 Ebon High Magician. Usually summon these cards kind of late game. Because, like I said, you need 2 level 7s. And their effects don't come up often. Ebon Illusion Magician has a good effect because you can banish a card on the field and it doesn't target, and that can be really key sometimes. So that's probably, you know, that's really good depending on what you're playing against. And Ebon High Magician is the same thing too. It doesn't target a card on the field. So, I mean, Ebon does target. Ebon High Magician doesn't. But either way, banishing is still really good. Sometimes it can be destroyed by card effects, and banishing can be really cool. So yeah, they're just in there just kind of more for the Dark Magician lore of the deck. For other rank 7s, we play one Big Eye and one Draco Sack. Big Eye is really good because you can steal something from your opponent, and then Draco Sack is good just to protect yourself, or maybe you want to pop something on the field, you can use as effect. So they're just cards you can, to play with. And for the one rank 6, even though you have Jack Queen, you have Princess Illusion Magician, you still want to play Dorito because he does stop a spell and trap. And why wouldn't you want extra negate on the field? So that's why it's really good. Now onto the links. Everything's dark in the deck, so I put 2 Wee Witches because sometimes, if you can't summon something, or, if you have like tokens or something, you can at least use this just to make an easy link, just to boost your monster, especially boost Dark Magician, because sometimes Dark Magician can be a little weak against certain monsters, so you want to have this on the field to boost your Dark Magician and get over certain problematic monsters. And then one Daybreaker, the Shiny Magical Warrior. This card's really good. You can pop a card in the field. Once it's summoned, you get a link or a counter on it. And then if you ever bring back Dark Magician from like the grave, Eternal Soul, he gets an extra counter, and then you can use those 2 counters to pop a card on the field. So this card's really good. So yeah. And then one Link Spider. So with this deck, even though these monsters give you like 2 link pointers, with Link Spider is cool because you just need that. Sometimes you just have that one extra deck monster, and then plus Dark Magician. So it's just, you're not gonna spam the field with a lot of extra deck monsters. So Link Spider can be cool because you can just, link away the Dark Magician for Link Spider, and then you can always bring back Dark Magician back, especially once you have Eternal Soul or Magician's Navigation live. Alright, and now onto the Orcust stuff. So with Orcust stuff, you're gonna need Nightmares. So we got 1 Mermaid, 1 Cerberus, and 1 Phoenix. If you can't go directly into Mermaid, you can go into Cerberus or Phoenix, and then you can use them to go into the Mermaid, and then from there you go off with your Orcust combo. And just, Cerberus and Phoenix are just there just to get around problematic cards, monster or spell and trap, so why not? And now into the Orcust stuff. We got 2 Galatea and 1 Lingirsu. Galatea, I run 2 because you go into 1, and then you might be able to resummon her back with a Symbol Skeleton and have Lingirsu out there. So that's why there's 2 of her, just in case maybe later in the duel you can summon another one out. And she can be destroyed by battle, so just need to run over something. It's pretty cool. But yeah, just 2 Galatea, 1 Lingirsu. They have really good effects. Galatea gets you the Orcust Crescendo, and then Lingirsu, if you can resolve his effect. It's a pretty good card. But that's it for the deck profile, you guys. Let us know down in the comments below what you think of this Orcust Dark Magician combination. Let us know how you run your Dark Magician. If you like a peer, if you like to run it with a different kind of engine or something. And make sure you check out our affiliate link to TCG Player to help support the channel directly and at no cost to you. And you can build all these spicy deck profiles. And then make sure you check out Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, so we can talk to you guys. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.